Well, WrestleMania 24 is in the books. Took place last night in Orlando, Florida. Didn't get my review up last night because I ended up watching the NCAA tournament, then watched WrestleMania, and I was drained from all those events because it was a very emotional day and night. NCAA tournament had the Davidson, Kansas game, which is a great game. Sad to see Stephen Curry's run in the tournament end because he put on a spectacular performance. Every game was it was great to see him put on such a great performance. I would have liked him to see him get to the Final Four on such a grand stage, but I'm sure he's got a great career ahead of him. WrestleMania definitely lived up to the hype. 8.5 out of 10 stars is my rating. Would have been a little higher if some of the matches didn't have the results they did, but overall it was a great pay-per-view. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give a quick rundown of the results, give my rating on each match, and then go a little more into detail in regards to every match and what my thoughts were on them. So briefly I'll run down the results and give you my rating on the match, so that way if you don't have time to stick around for the full review, you can at least see what happened and which matches stood out above the others. First off, JBL versus Finlay in the Belfast Brawl. Result was JBL with the clothesline from hell at the 9-minute mark. 3 out of 5 star match. Money in the Bank ladder match. CM Punk at 14 minutes to earn the title shot of his choosing within the next year. 4 out of 5 star match. Batista versus Umaga. Batista won this in 7 minutes. 1 out of 5 star match. Chavo versus Kane. ECW title match. Kane in 5 seconds. No, that's not a mistake. Kane won this in, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how long the match lasted. That's how long it took Kane to win the ECW title. Like, it's 0 out of 5 stars for me because I thought that was a complete joke, but I'll get more into that later. Ric Flair versus HBK, career-threatening match. HBK won in the 20-minute mark with the sweet chin music. This definitely a highlight of the night. If I could, I'd give it 10 out of 5 stars, but I'll give it the 5 out of 5 stars. Go more in detail on that in a minute because it deserves it. Bunny Mania match. Beth Phoenix and Melina won this in 5 minutes. 1 out of 5 stars. Cena versus Triple H versus Orton for the WWE title. This one was won by Orton with a kick to the head on Cena and Triple H. Then he covered Cena and he retained the title at 14 minutes. I would give this one a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Big Show versus Floyd Money Mayweather. This one was won by Floyd Money Mayweather at the 12-minute mark. I'd give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. Actually, Floyd Mayweather won this with a brass knuckle shot to the face on Big Show, covered him for the pin. And Edge, actually no, it wasn't a pin, it was a 10 count. He won by 10 count. Edge versus Undertaker for the world title. Undertaker won at the 24-minute mark with a triangle choke, got Edge to tap out, and Undertaker is the new World Heavyweight Champion. 5 out of 5 stars for that match. Okay, for those of you that have time to stick around, I'll give you my rundown, my thoughts on the card. JBL versus Finlay, for what it was, I thought it was a very solid match. Anyone who expected to be a classic wrestling match came away disappointed because it was basically a weapons match, something sort of similar to a hardcore match that we used to see maybe 5 years ago every week in the WWE, but we don't see them that often. So to me, it was kind of fresh to see. It was something new. You don't see it every week anymore like you used to, so I thought it delivered on what it was supposed to. It was a solid match. Both men put in a solid performance. JBL and Finlay, always high work rate guys, and they delivered in this match. A lot of weapons used, trash cans, kendo sticks, tables. Hornswoggle did come out with Finlay at the beginning of the match, so he made his return. Ended up getting beat up by Finlay by JBL throughout the match. Definitely highlight of this match was Finlay doing a suicide dive through the middle ropes onto JBL. He got hit in the head with a trash can mid-flight, and it was a great spot. Came across great on TV. Definitely one of the highlights of the night because it was a very solid spot, and they delivered it perfectly. JBL ended up winning with the clothesline from hell. It was a hard-fought battle. I think both men definitely put 100% into it, and they got out of it what they would hope for. Money in the Bank ladder match. Very surprised by CM Punk getting a win. I thought it was going to go to either Y2J or Mr. Kennedy. Highlights of this match: Matt Hardy did make his return, cost MVP the Money in the Bank match. MVP was at the top of the ladder. Looked like he was about to grab the briefcase, and Matt Hardy came through the stands, ran into the ring, attacked MVP on the ladder, gave him the twist of fate off the ladder, and the crowd gave him a huge pop. I'm honestly not a huge fan of Matt Hardy, but the crowd gave him a big pop. It was great to see that. Definitely the highlight of the match for me was Shelton Benjamin put in a great performance, a lot of high spots. Had a spot where he was in the middle of the ring standing on a ladder, There was another ladder set up from the ring apron to the ring barrier. He got pushed off the ladder by Carlito, went over the top rope, went right through the ladder, and that was definitely a huge spot, something that was very memorable, came across perfectly on TV. And like I said, Shelton Benjamin definitely put in a stellar performance. Definitely what I'm going to take out of the match is the Shelton Benjamin performance as well as the CM Punk win. Hopefully now CM Punk goes after either the World or WWE title, not the ECW title, because quite frankly the ECW title is meaningless right now. It's a complete joke, and if he goes after that, it's going to be a waste of time and do nothing for his career. Batista Umaga, not going to say much about it. Definitely disappointing. I had high expectations for it. Did not deliver any of my expectations. I can understand now why these two guys were so low on the card. Umaga definitely has taken a huge step back from his main event caliber performances a few months ago. Batista needs a lot of work to get back to main event caliber, and these two men did not deliver anything near a great match. It was very disappointing to me. I had high expectations and it did not deliver. I know a lot of people expected this match to be a poor match, and it was, so I was wrong, I admit. But I definitely thought Umaga was going to put in a much higher performance than he did, and quite frankly it was disappointing to me because I'm a big Umaga fan, and he disappointed. It was not a fun match to watch at all. Very slow. Batista ended up winning with the powerbomb where he almost dropped Umaga. He almost dropped Umaga, but he managed to pull it off. Did not look good. It looked very sloppy, and he ended up winning, but not much to that match. Chavo versus Kane, like I said, this was a complete joke to have a 5-second ECW title match on WrestleMania. First WrestleMania ECW title was ever defended, and it goes 5 seconds. Complete joke. I thought a slap in the face to the ECW history. I'm not going to say much about it because quite frankly, it does not deserve to be talked about. What they did to the ECW title, I thought, was very disappointing, and if they're going to do this to it, they should have just kept it off the card completely. Maybe just strip the title from Chavo or something to give it to Kane, because this was just a joke to me. Ric Flair versus HBK, instant classic. Every second of it, pure drama, very emotional. Far exceeded any expectation I had, and I had very high expectations for it. Just every second of it, I was on the edge of my seat. Thought it was a great match. Definitely 5-star match. One of the best matches you're going to see ever, I think, because the emotion of it, the drama, just there's nothing I can say that's going to do it justice. Like I said, if you didn't see this pay-per-view, definitely order the replay. It's well worth it. It's well worth the $55 just for this match alone. That's how good it was, and I'm not just saying that. It was worth it just to see this match. There's not a whole lot I can say about it. It was just a great match, worth every second. The end of it was great. The way Shawn Michaels delivered Sweet Chin Music, was reluctant to deliver the second one. Flair stood up, said, "Bring it on, give it to me." He said, "I'm sorry, I love you," and he delivered the Sweet Chin Music. Covered Flair. It was just very emotional. Like I said, I almost shed a tear for it because just the whole drama of the match, it was worth every second of it. Like I said, if you're a Flair fan, a wrestling fan, or the replay just for this match, you won't be disappointed. It was a great classic. Bunny Mania was what it was. I'm not going to say much about it. Not really worth going into. Triple threat match, Cena, Orton, and Triple H. I was disappointed. I had a lot of higher expectations for it. Thought it would be better than it was, and they performed it at a decent rate, but it wasn't really what I expected. Orton keeping the belt was surprising. I was glad to see that. I thought Triple H would win. Orton keeping the belt was a surprise. I'm glad about that, but I thought it could have been a lot better. Big Show, Floyd Mayweather delivered on expectations. It was a spectacle. Was not a great wrestling match. Delivered on the spectacle. Going to get the highlights on ESPN. I think they got their money worth out of it. Got the mainstream attention leading up to it. Going to get mainstream attention going out of it because Money Mayweather will get attention on ESPN. Probably interviewed for a couple days afterwards, and they got out of it what it was. The brass knuckle spot was a good spot to keep Big Show not looking like he lost to a boxer. His posse did get involved. Big Show fought them off. The brass knuckles came out, knocked out the Big Show, got the 10 count, and it was what it was, a great spectacle. I thought, not the wrestling match that you're going to remember, but I thought it was fine for what it came across. So, world title match, main event, Edge vs. Undertaker. Glad to see this as the main event, and it highly delivered. Edge and Undertaker put on a stellar performance. Like I said, this was another 5-star match. Definitely lived up to the WrestleMania main event spot. Great match. Like I said, this is another match you can't really do justice by talking about it on here. Just if you order the replay, you'll see what I'm talking about. Undertaker getting the win, keeping the streak alive. just the near falls were very believable, that you really thought Edge had a chance to win, and it lived up to everything you would have expected. So, like I said, I was glad to see Undertaker win. Ended the night on a very high note after all the emotion. People went away very happy with the Undertaker win, a good fireworks show. This was a great pay-per-view. If you didn't order it, order the replay. The Flair HBK match alone is worth $55. If you don't like Ric Flair, Undertaker Edge lived up to hype, 5-star match, and just the event was great. Hopefully you saw it. If you didn't order the replay, I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. And I see very exciting things hopefully within the next couple months for WWE. And everyone have a great day. Hopefully you enjoyed my review. Leave comments on what you thought, what your thoughts on the pay-per-view were. I look forward to hearing from you all. Have a good day. Bye.